Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm just going to be chit-chatting with y'all while I play with some makeup. I'm going to be revisiting some products that I haven't picked up in a while, and I'm also going to be using some stuff that I use on a regular basis, but I just felt like playing with makeup today. So I'll put right up in here a picture of the completed look so y'all can see what I came up with. But I just felt like playing with makeup today because I have been on the couch for the past couple of days nursing a cold. You can probably hear in my voice that I'm still a little congested, and even though this could be a lot worse, this is the worst that I've felt in maybe a couple of years. So my last couple of videos were pre-recorded, and this past weekend I had quite a few videos that I wanted to record, but unfortunately I just felt too sick to do that. So I just feel like I have been doing absolutely nothing but watching TV for the past couple of days, and I just really feel like just playing around with some makeup. So I will show y'all what I am using as I go along. That way it'll be a lot easier for me to edit. That way I won't have to put it on the screen. I'm starting off with my my NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop foundation, and I am in the color Mahogany. I'm going to try my best to keep the conversation going while I'm doing my makeup, but I do notice that when I'm talking a lot, it does make me cough. So we shall see how that works out. Speaking of this foundation, if you guys have this, the pump on this foundation is very irritating. It locks up really easily, and then it becomes kind of difficult to get the product out, and that's the issue that I'm having right now. I'm gonna have to fix this. I'll be right back. All right, I know I've heard at least one other YouTuber talk about the issue with this pump, which is why I don't think it's just my bottle. I think it's like the actual construction of the pump. So when I finally got it out, it like squirted everywhere. But anyway, like I said, I have this stuff all over. I've been on the couch for the past couple of days, which actually hasn't been all that bad. I planned on doing that this past Saturday because it was supposed to be kind of cold out and I didn't have anything to do anyway, but I've been watching mostly the Hallmark Christmas movies all weekend long, which honestly, if I wasn't under the weather, that's probably what I'd be doing anyway. So I cannot believe, like, I don't know who told Thanksgiving to just come out of nowhere, because I can't believe that Thanksgiving is next week. Like, my mother called me yesterday, and we're just chit-chatting, and she said we have to make a shopping list for Thanksgiving. And I said, like, we don't have to do that like right now or something. I said to that effect. And she said, well, Thanksgiving is next week. And I'm like, I looked at my phone because I didn't think that she was correct. But she is. Thanksgiving is next week. But it's early this year, right? Because I think it's on the 22nd or the 23rd, and I feel like usually Thanksgiving is like the 26th, 27th or something like that. So, and I remember this happening last year. Thanksgiving came early, but it just feels like we should still have like another week before the holiday comes. So if I sneeze and have to blow my nose like after I finish my makeup, actually from this point forward, I'm going to be really mad. Because I decided not to wear makeup to work today. I actually didn't stay at work all day today because I didn't feel good, but I decided not to wear makeup today because I just figured I was going to be blowing my nose, and I'm going to blow the makeup right off of the center of my face anyway. But this is my little concoction for when I get sick. It's some tea with apple cider vinegar, some pure honey, and some cayenne pepper. If I had lemon, I would have put lemon in there, but I don't have any. This is the Too Faced Born This Way concealer in Mocha. I think one of the reasons I got as sick as I did this time around, I think it was Thursday, I was like sneezing a little bit. And I normally will start drinking that stuff like as soon as I feel like I might be catching something. I'll start drinking that little concoction. But I sneezed a couple of times. I think it was Thursday. And I just didn't think anything of it. But then Friday is when I really started feeling like I'm definitely coming down with something. And I didn't start drinking my tea until Friday evening when I got home from work. So I feel like by that time, whatever I have is like already in my system. So maybe if I had started my little tea concoction on Thursday, it wouldn't have gotten this bad. But ironically enough, like it just got bad like today. So what is today? Is today Monday? Today is Monday. Yeah, so I was sneezing here and there on Thursday. And Friday I was sneezing a lot more. And I didn't feel bad, like I didn't have like body aches or anything like that. I was just sneezing. I was just irritated, you know. And I think my body was just getting tired from sneezing every 5 seconds. But I didn't think that I was coming down with anything serious. Saturday I felt like just as bad as I did Friday. But I didn't feel any worse. I didn't feel any better either. And then Sunday I started feeling like, you know, I feel like I'm getting better. So this morning when I went to work, I don't know what happened. Even this morning when I was getting ready for work, I was fine. Like, you know, I was a little congested when I woke up, but I was fine. I don't know what happened, but as soon as I set foot in my office, I just started hacking up a storm and I just could not stop coughing. And the coughing got so bad that it started making my back spasm. So now my back does feel a little bit better than it did this morning, but now whenever I sneeze or if I cough too hard, it actually like makes the muscles in my back contract and it really hurts. So if you see me like cutting, like doing jump cuts a lot, it's because I'm coughing in between trying to talk to y'all. I don't know. Is it just me? I feel like I look sick. Like my makeup looks like it has a cold too. I don't know. I'm going to do my brows off camera and I'll be right back. Alright, so my brows are done. I also went ahead and put my primer on off camera. I feel like that takes a long time for me to do. So I'm going in with my ABH Soft Blend palette. I got some powder on my thing. I just did this a couple minutes ago. So that's the only reason I don't really care for this velvet stuff because it gets dirty. But anyway, this is the palette that I'm going to be using today. And I think I'm going to go for like something like out of my comfort zone, like a warm look today. So we'll see. But anyway, let's see. Let me take a minute here and see what I'm gonna do today. So yeah, getting back to the holiday, Thanksgiving. I'm just like, I don't know. I can't believe that Thanksgiving is next week. Like that really is kind of like blowing my mind right now. What do you guys do for Thanksgiving? Like, do you guys cook? Do you go to somebody's house? How many people do you guys usually have? I'm gonna be at my parents' house and it's gonna be 5 of us. My sister is probably gonna be working most of the day, so I don't think that she'll be home for like when we actually sit down and eat. I don't believe. But anyway, my mom said that she wants to, you know, put the menu together and everything. So, you know, it's just going to be like the standard stuff that we always have. Turkey, mac and cheese, greens. What else? My mom likes rice. I don't usually do rice for Thanksgiving because I feel like the stuffing, yeah, we're going to have stuffing and gravy. I feel like the stuffing is enough. Like, I don't want stuffing and rice, but you know, we're just gonna do the usual. But I love this time of year. Like I said earlier, I've been watching the Hallmark Christmas movies all weekend. And every time I watch one of those movies, it makes me like want to go to one of those Christmas towns just to like experience it. We do have something in the Philadelphia area. I feel like I'm like rushing through my makeup today. I don't know. Maybe internally I really didn't feel like doing makeup today. I'm not sure. But anyway, we do have something in the Philadelphia area called Peddler's Village. What I'm doing right now is I'm going to do a halo eye today. So when I do a halo eye, I try to look straight at the camera and I'm trying to line up the center shadow. I'm trying to make sure that that's lined up with my pupil. What is that, the iris or the pupil? I'm trying to make sure it's lined up with that, because if not, to me it kind of makes your eyes look like off. I can't explain it, but that's why I keep looking here and not at you guys. But we do have a place in the Philadelphia area called Peddler's Village. So if you're in the Philadelphia area, you might be familiar with what I'm talking about. And Peddler's Village is open all year round, but it is quite seasonal. They always have something going on like for every season. So they definitely have a lot of stuff going on for, you know, this time of year. And it's just a really nice place to like hang out, you know, this time of year. So I don't know. Maybe I'll visit Peddler's Village at some point this season. And it's not, you know, it's not all that far from where I live. But between Thanksgiving and Christmas, my favorite holiday is definitely Christmas. And I usually put my tree up Thanksgiving weekend, but I may actually put it up like a little earlier this year. Just because for some reason this year in particular, I'm like really ready for the holiday season. Well, the holiday season I guess is already upon us, but I'm just like more excited than usual, you know, this year for some reason. So just let me know in the comments like what you guys usually do this time of year. What do y'all normally dine on for Thanksgiving? My sister makes a really good banana pudding. She makes a really good banana pudding, and she uses those chessmen cookies instead of like the vanilla wafers. So I don't know how we gonna work this out, but even though she has to work, I'm hoping that she'll make some banana pudding before she goes to work. Yeah, so this eye look that I'm doing today is definitely something that I would normally not do. This color that I'm using in the middle, this is the color Glistening. Just in general, I wouldn't normally go for like gold on my lid, but I just figured let me change it up a little bit, you know. Lately, I've been forgetting to put powder on my cheeks whenever I do my eyeshadow, but I've been kind of lucking out with that lately. I have been trying to figure out how people are comfortable with doing their brows and their eyeshadow first and then going in with their base makeup. I can't do it. Like I don't want to have to like try to blend my foundation and my concealer like around my eyeshadow and my eyebrows. Like those of you who do that, I just don't get how y'all do that. Like I don't get it. So as of me filming this, I believe I'm up to 452 subscribers. And I know I say this, like I feel like I talk about this every time I do one of these like chatty type of videos, even though it's not all that often for me. But 450 something people is just like, to me, I'm just like, I don't even know what to say. Like, I know that that's like way less than some people, but like I just can't believe that I'm like almost at 500 people. That's like amazing to me. And you know what? Surprisingly, I really like doing these like chatty type of videos, which is pretty surprising to me because I am a relatively quiet person. Like I'm pretty quiet and reserved. So I'm just like, I'm surprised that I like just getting in front of the camera and chatting like this. Yeah, these are definitely like my favorite types of videos, but I don't do them very often because I'm trying to like keep up with, you know, things that people are actually searching for. And especially this type of year. I mean, is that what I just said? This time of year. You know, people are going to be searching for like the holiday releases and stuff like that. So that's what some of the video ideas that I have, they're revolved around that, like holiday related. So, but yeah, like I'm just really curious to know, like, where am I going to be? Where is my channel going to be, say, a year from now, you know? All right, this eye over here is just not cooperating. It's just not working. So due to my frustration, I'm just gonna finish the rest of my face and then come back and try to finish up my eyes later. I feel like there were a couple of products that I didn't tell y'all what I was doing. So when I set my face, I used a mix of these two powders here, Maybelline Fit Me in Light and ColourPop in Medium Deep. And then I used these two products to set my my eyelid. This is the LA Girl Pro Concealer in Cool Tan and the Smashbox Photo Finish Lid Primer in the color Light. I actually have another primer that I got from BoxyCharm that I prefer over the Smashbox primer. This one is just easier to use. Now I'm going to bronze up my skin a little bit, and I'm using another Maybelline powder. This one is in the color 40 Dark. So I'm going to use this to slightly bronze my forehead and my cheek area. So of course, I did end up having to sneeze, but my camera, the battery, or not the battery, but the time ran out like right before it happened. And I was trying to make a mental note of how much recording time I had left, but of course, I ended up forgetting about that. So I don't really know like what I was talking about when the camera died on me. Which last time I tried to do like a chit chat, the same thing happened. But anyway, so I feel like I must have been talking about something related to Thanksgiving or the holidays or whatever the case may be. But was I talking about, you know, what are we eating for Thanksgiving? I don't know. But what I'm looking forward to the most from Thanksgiving dinner is definitely my stepdad's macaroni and cheese and my sister's, I keep wanting to say peach cobbler, but not peach cobbler. What's the other thing? Her banana pudding. But I am also going to be doing some baking with her kids. And every year, I usually make these red velvet cookies, these chocolate chip cookies, and white chocolate pecan cookies. Those are the ones that I usually make. And I've been saying this every year since my niece was like 5, but I keep telling her that I want us to make a gingerbread house from scratch. So I think we're actually going to try that this year. I've already been looking up some recipes online. If not a gingerbread house, I think we're going to at least do gingerbread cookies from scratch. We'll see. I'm using Note Cosmetics Compact Blusher in Desert Rose. This is one of my favorite blushes. We got this from BoxyCharm too. I don't know if everybody got this color, but I'm so happy they sent me this color. I love this blush. When they send us lip products, I never get lip colors that work for me. So I'm very happy they sent me this color. Now I'm going in with a highlighter that I haven't used in a very long time. This is the Amrezy highlighter by Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is what it looks like. I've heard that this is coming back for this holiday season. So I'm going to be using this today because I think it'll tie in nicely with my eyes. And even though I do really like this highlighter, ooh, that's so pretty. I never use it because it's gold. I just, you know, I'm a cool tone girl. Not very many of us out there apparently, but I definitely prefer cool tone everything. Silver over gold. I like the mauvey, like purpley, I don't know. I guess colors that aren't necessarily meant to complement my skin tone. For some reason, those are the ones that I like. I'm going to set everything in place with the Wet n Wild Matte Finish Spray. I feel like now I'm talking in makeup tutorial mode. And that wasn't the plan, but I'm trying to just show y'all what I'm using. But I used this in a video that I did. I'll link it up here. I did a full face of my cheapest makeup. This is the cheapest finish, what is this called? The cheapest setting spray that I own, and I've been using it every day since then because I don't think it's quite as good as like my NYX setting spray, which I love, but I ran out of my NYX spray and I haven't repurchased it yet. But I really like how this product sprays out of the bottle. I feel like it gives you such like a really nice even mist all over your face. So I'm gonna set everything in place with this. So of course now I'm thinking, you know, since my makeup is already done, the only thing I'm thinking about is having to wash this stuff off because I'm not going anywhere. This isn't really like a get ready with me. I'm just like playing around with makeup. So this isn't really going to be on my face for that long. So I know I'm not going to feel like taking it off. I don't know. I feel like it's almost 2019. Why hasn't somebody developed an app to take our makeup off by now? I've been thinking about treating myself to Alexa for Christmas. I wonder if I can tell Alexa to take my makeup off. All right, I'm gonna put on my mascara. Oh, see, I suck at this. This is the matte, This is the NYX Matte Liquid Liner in black. That's what I just put on my eyes. Now I'm going in with the Lancome Monsieur Big Mascara. I actually think first, I'm going to put just a little bit of eyeshadow on my lower lash line. I think I'm going to start staying away from putting mascara all over my lower lash line because of the, like the deep wrinkles that I have right there. I just feel like the mascara or the eyeshadow, it just accentuates it too much. So I think I'm just gonna put just a little bit on the outer part of my lower lash line, just a little bit. And I think I'm gonna start going in lighter with my mascara down there too, because I feel like that's an area on my face in particular where, you know, less is more. I definitely don't do like wing liner. I've just totally given up on that. Like my eye shape just will not tolerate a wing liner. Like that's just not in the cards for me. All right, so now I'm gonna go in with my mascara and I'll be right back. All right, so I have hardly any mascara on my lower lash line and just a little bit of eyeshadow like right in the corner, and I do think that that looks better for my eyes just because I have all those wrinkles, those lines down there. I'm going to go back into my highlighter. I'm going to use that to highlight my inner corner. I'm also going to highlight my brow bone with this. I like this look. Again, you know, not something that I would gravitate toward, but I like it. You know what? Just because I'm going to go in, I'm going to put a little more highlighter on my cheeks. I just feel like I'm remembering how pretty I thought this was, you know, the first time that I used it. I feel like I may have only used this a couple of times because it's gold and it's not a color that I normally go for. All right, now I'm going in with the Wet n Wild Chestnut Liner. It's just hard for me to talk when I'm doing this part. All right, and to keep the gold theme going, I'm using the Makeup Revolution Lip Topper in the color Luxurious. Very, very golden. I talked about this in a couple other videos, but I'll link the one where I think I talked about this one in my makeup haul video. I can't remember, but whichever one it was, I will link it for you guys. You guys see how gold that is? This is definitely not something that I would reach for on a regular basis because it's so gold, but it is really pretty. Okay, so this is the finished look. I really like this. I need to start, like, you know, going out of my comfort zone a little bit more because I would never do something like this, but I do really like the way that this came out. So I really hope that y'all enjoyed this video. Again, I just wanted to sit down and play with some makeup and get up off the couch and just do something. So I hope that y'all enjoyed the video. If you did, let me know by giving me a thumbs up. Also leave me some feedback in the comments down below. I would really love to film another video now that I have my makeup on, but I don't know if that's going to happen because my throat is really bothering me. But I kind of feel like I don't want this look to go to waste, you know. But I hope that y'all like it. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, and I really hope that I will see y'all back for my next video. Until then, take care. Have a good one, y'all. Bye.